Hello and welcome to yet another enjoyable lesson. Today's lesson will be about getting away from living a life of excuses, compromises, and mediocrity, and working towards a vision with great potential and challenges. Let's look at the learning objectives for today's lesson. Mediocrity, how the masses succumb to stasis and the lure of morbid contentment. Secondly, we look at obscene focus, removing the counterfeit comfort of having an option B. So let's start with mediocrity. How the masses succumb to stasis and the lure of morbid contentment. Mediocrity, it's all around you. No wonder you feel obliged to succumb to it. Mediocrity in the dictionary simply means being of moderate ability or value. It's not being useless or unfit for purpose. It's not even being something socially unacceptable, but rather has become the social norm. It's being a person who has settled with a moderate life, who seems to have moderate abilities, and who brings about moderate value in what they do. In his book, Die Empty, Unleash Your Best Work Every Day by Todd Henry, he says this: mediocrity doesn't always mean underperforming. It's a sliding scale and a state of mind. It means settling in and succumbing to stasis. Mediocrity comes from the Latin word medius, meaning middle, and acris, meaning a rugged mountain. Literally, it means to settle halfway to the summit of a difficult mountain. It's a compromise of abilities and potential, a negotiation between the drive to excel and the biological urge to settle for the most comfortable option. Mediocrity. It's a word that no one wants to be associated with, and yet many of us live mediocre lives. We wake up each day, go through the motions, and hope that somehow things will get better. But they don't, and remaining stuck in a mediocre life can be frustrating and may even lead to feelings of depression or low self-worth over time, and we feel stuck within a web of lukewarmness which has started to kill us from within us. Remember the story of the frog? Let's remind ourselves. So there once was a frog that was being kept in an outdoor tank of water that was of constant temperature. The frog was extremely content in the water and didn't try to escape. But one day, during a heat wave, the temperature in the tank kept increasing. The water in the tank started to get warmer and started to boil. The frog didn't realize what was happening and didn't try to escape. By the time the frog realized it was in boiling water, it was too late. The frog had been literally cooked alive. Are you being the frog stuck in morbid contentment with a lukewarm life? So why do people stay stuck in a mediocre life? Here are some of the most common reasons why people don't take the leap to change their lives and go after their dreams. 1. Fear of change and uncertainty. Change can be scary, especially if you're not sure what the outcome will be. The thought that ruffling with the present could land you with a situation which you may not like pushes people back into their comfort seat. Will you be successful? Will you be happy? Will you regret the decision? The unknown can be scary, but it's also exciting. 2. Lack of confidence. If you don't fully believe in yourself and what you're capable of, it's hard to take the first steps to dream big dreams and visions. You may not think you're capable of achieving your dreams, so you don't even try. 3. Comfortable with familiarity. Sometimes people stay in a mediocre life simply because it's just about comfortable, and they like that. They're used to their routine and they don't want to rock the boat in the fear that they may capsize their boat. 4. Fear of failure. This is a big one. No one wants to fail, but the fear of failure can keep you from even trying to do something amazing. The rationale being, if I don't try, I can't fail, right? Wrong. It guarantees you will fail yourself from reaching your full potential, and that will be a sad tragedy. Lethargy. I just don't have the motivation right now. Maybe later is a common excuse. It's easy to stay in the same place when you're not motivated to change. It takes consistent effort to make a change, and sometimes people just don't seem to have the energy to do it. 6. Perfectionism. This is closely related to the fear of failure. It's the fear of not getting it fully right and being criticized by someone about it. 7. Procrastination. It's easy to put off making a change when you're not sure when and how to do it. So you tell yourself you will do it sometime when the time is fully right. That time never comes. You find yourself stuck like you are in quicksand. 8. Lack of support. Sometimes all it takes is for someone to be a lighter to set your dreams on fire. You may feel like you don't have the resources or skills to even start working on a dream project properly. If you're stuck, it's important to identify from the reasons mentioned which ones applies to you. Once you pinpoint the reasons, you can start to take steps to change your life. We only have one life to live, and we should make the most of it. Here are 4 reasons why you should never settle for a life that's anything less than ordinary. 1. You deserve more than mediocrity. You deserve to pursue your dreams and to do whatever it takes to make them a reality. Your unfulfilled dreams and untapped potential and talents deserve to be utilized for the greater good. You deserve the joy of being focused, working towards a higher plan and vision. 2. Mediocrity is a boring and wasted life. A mediocre life is a boring life. If you're not passionate about what you're doing, you're going to be bored. And a bored life is a wasted life. There is no reason or excuse for you to settle for a life that's anything less than exciting and fulfilling. Don't let this be a deathbed regret. 3. You only have one short life to live. You only have one shot at this, so you might as well make it count. Don't waste your time on things that you don't care about. Do something that matters and that you'll be proud of when you look back on it in the latter years of your life. 4. It's never too late to make a change. You may say, that all sounds good, but it's too late for me. I'm too old now. Well, if you're not happy with your current situation, think about this. How can it get worse by you investing in your dreams and visions? Only you have the power to change your life, so don't be excusing yourself away from committing to it today. 2. Let's talk about obscene focus, removing the counterfeit comfort of having an option B. When it comes to having a vision and a dream for your life, it's important for you to not have a backup plan. This may sound counterintuitive, but hear me out. Here are some reasons why this is the best way forward for you to live a life which people will not forget in a hurry. 1. No easy escape routes when times get tough. Having a backup plan gives you an easy way out, gives you an escape route in case things don't go the way you want them to. But if you don't have a backup plan, you have to commit to your vision and dream 100%. 2. No half measures are allowed anymore. You have to be all in an obscene way. And when you're all in, you give it your all. You put everything you have into making your vision and dream a reality. There are no half measures when it comes to achieving something great. You have to be willing to go all in, and that means not having a backup plan. When you have a backup plan, you're not really committed to your vision and dream. You're just going through the motions and you're not really giving it your all. But when you don't have a backup plan, you're forced to give it your all. You have to go all out, and that's when you will achieve greatness. 3. Put all your eggs in one basket of pure vision and purpose. There are a lot of people out there who will tell you it is always good to have a backup plan. They will say you should never put all your eggs in one basket and that you should always have a plan B ready to go just in case your original plan doesn't work out. When you spread all your efforts across a few baskets, you're automatically admitting that you think your original plan might fail. You're not telling yourself that you're not confident enough in your vision and dream to see it through to the end. And when you don't have complete confidence in your vision and dream, you're much more likely to give up on it when times get tough. 4. Your absolute commitment or nothing at all. Without a backup plan, you have no choice but to commit to your vision and dream. You'll give it your all because you have no other option. This level of commitment is often what's needed to achieve success. When you have a backup plan, you may also be less likely to take risks. You'll be more conservative in your approach because you don't want to jeopardize your backup plan. But sometimes taking risks is necessary to achieve your vision and dream. 5. Be willing to take risks. Having a backup plan can make you much more less likely to do this, and taking risks is often essential in achieving big visions and dreams. Have you ever met a legendary pioneer who never took any risks to get there? There are literally none who exist. Of course, there may be exceptions to the rule. There may be some cases where having a backup plan makes sense. For example, if your vision is getting in the way of your core family commitments to your children, or getting your entire family into debt, which you have no way to repay, that would be on the side of foolishness. Also, this doesn't mean that you shouldn't have any contingency plans. Things don't always go according to plan, and there will be times when you have to adjust your methods or course to get to your vision. But having a detailed backup plan that you're constantly thinking about can ultimately be your biggest distraction from pushing towards your ultimate goal. 6. Create your most powerful motivator. Not having a backup plan can be the best motivator. It can push you to work harder and to never give up on the dream for flimsy reasons. Of course, it will be natural for you to feel unmotivated some days, though you're putting in the very best effort you can into your purpose and vision. Remind yourself that you're on a journey of clear purpose, which only less than 5% of humanity bothers to identify, make, and actually complete. Isaiah Hankel, in his book Black Hole Focus, How Intelligent People Can Create a Powerful Purpose for Their Lives, recommends us to imagine if our purpose in life was as powerful as a black hole. He says this: with a force this strong, absolutely everything in your life would be pulled towards it. Nothing would escape. Every thought, every action, your entire identity would be sucked into it. And as a result, who you are, what you have, and how you live would be completely transformed. Determining your ultimate purpose in life is the toughest decision you will ever make, which is why so few people actively decide on one. Instead, most people let life make this critical decision for them. These people fritter their lives away in an endless stream of tiny, meaningless decisions that elicit no great change and leave no real impact. They spend all their time and resources putting out day-to-day fires and focusing on short-term objectives. Don't join the fate and legacy of others. You've come this far today. You have carefully considered your personal legacy and life purposes, things very few have even identified in their life. So now go all in, give it everything you've got. That's the only way to make your vision, purpose, and dream a very powerful reality. Thank you for being with me in this lesson, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thank you.